fire to all. Today we are going to talk about essences in household things and in nature. It is a rather interesting subject, and I would like to talk about it. You know, there is a curious saying, "You shall not make for yourself an idol." In fact, it is a very deep and meaningful thought.
Настолько имеет глубокое значение, о котором мы сегодня с вами поговорим.
Any image of anything carries a vibration in it. And most importantly, it carries an essence. And we know that each voice has certain essences that produce certain thought forms and gather certain emotions from us.
Каждый порог имеет некие сущности, которые производят те или иные мыслеформы и собирают те или иные именно эмоции с нас. Да?
In other words, they reap our emotions. And I wanted to say that nowadays it has become very popular to wear clothes with skull's print, with pictures connected with demons.
Знаете, вот одежда с черепами, да? Это картины, связанные там с какими-то демонами.
You know, there are a lot of different scary masks with rolling eyes and so on. Just so you know, any mask is a certain image, and in any mask there lives a certain demonic creature.
В любой маске живет то или иное демоническое существо.
And the more of such images there are in your house, the more there are essences there. You should understand it. There is always something inside any image.
Под любым образом хранится что-то.
Do you know why there have always been icons in people's homes? Because there are merciful images there. In case an icon is created due to certain rules connected with sacred geometry in the first place, and it is very important who exactly is depicted in the icon. There shouldn't be any skulls or bones there. Then the icon becomes a very merciful thing. In ancient Rus and later on, there always were such gods' corners where people prayed to their gods, to saints, and later to one god. It doesn't matter to whom exactly. They were praying to certain images, to an image. And I want to tell you that any image that you apply to yourself carries a certain vibration already.
Любой образ, который вы одеваете на себя, он несет уже какую-то вибрацию.
If you put on clothes with skull's print, then you, with the help of clothes, add one more essence to the many essences you already have.
Так много, еще добавляете еще одну с помощью именно предмета одежды.
It is a very important thing for you to understand. Masks have a demonic component in them.
То есть маски, они все имеют тоже такую, собственно говоря, демоническую составляющую.
You may say, how can I wear clothes with no print on them? Why should my clothes be plain? No, they shouldn't be plain. You can dress very well, but the images on your clothes should be merciful. And there are people who cover their bodies with tattoos. Tattoos of different demonic creatures, with blood dripping, with other unpleasant and repelling things.
Что-то там такое ярко отталкивающее. Это как раз...
Thus the person voluntarily puts a demonic essence inside his or her body. an essence which will be practically impossible to get rid of if your body is covered all over with these demonic images. It is a very curious thing. Of course, you can transform them, but this picture will bring you something demonic anyway, because such pictures themselves, even according to sacred geometry, has negative charge. If your body is covered with all these negative features, it always attracts negative coordinate system.
Уже притягивает к себе именно отрицательную систему координат.
And the more of these negative features you have, the more control this or that essence has over you, over your consciousness. This is how it works.
Именно стоит и управляет вами как марионеткой та или иная сущность. Вы тоже должны это понимать, что работает это именно так.
This is why we should choose our clothes very carefully. We should look what is printed on them. We should pay attention if there is blood, angry faces, and other things of the kind.
Кровь, какие-то разъяренные лица там, со стекающей кровью, там еще там с чем-то, да?
We do not keep or use such images in our homes because they have negative charge in them. All the images should be positive.
Они несут в себе отрицательный заряд. То есть все образы вокруг вас должны быть положительны.
If we are moving towards positive coordinate system, the images around us should be positive as well.
Я тоже хотела бы, чтобы вы понимали.
And the next thing I would like to discuss is the nature. There are essences in nature. We have astral plane, and all our nature is pierced with astral plane. And not only nature. Our home and everything else is pierced with astral essences. And of course, astral essences live in things, in trees, in other things in nature.
Много где на природе можно встретить тех или иных существ. Да?
Take, say, home spirits. Everybody knows tales about home spirits. But who talks to home spirits nowadays? Nobody. When actually it would be a good idea to communicate to them. There will be a separate video on how to communicate with home spirits, by the way. It is an interesting subject. In your home, there lives a creature that really keeps order. It can warn you about different dangers. It can protect you from negative situations that could happen in your life. You just need to be friends with everybody. To be friends and to maintain good relationships. You shouldn't be afraid, you shouldn't be fear generator. You should pour your love onto everybody, and then you will get this love from the whole space around you. This is what I am talking about. And this is what I wanted to tell you today. You need to understand that everything around us is alive, and everything is pierced with creatures of spiritual plane. And I encourage you to choose the interior details, clothes and prints very carefully, so that you had only positive creatures around you, like elves, for instance.
Были только положительные существа, да? Те же эльфы, да?
So that there was positive vibration around you, not negative.
Возле вас
This is what I wanted to tell you today.
Ну, никак не отрицательно. Вот именно об этом я хотела вам сегодня рассказать.
Fire to all.